Hi guys, welcome to part 3 of my 5-part book haul. This part has a lot of books in it, so let's get started. First I have Trouble with Tink, which is part of the Pixie Hollow books. And then I have 2 books in a series, the Shakespeare Stealer and Shakespeare Scribe, both by Gary Blockwood. These are a middle grade, part of a middle grade series. This is the first book and this is the second book. Next I have the series of Unfortunate Events, first 30 books in a bind-up. And they are The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, and The Wide Window. And then the really pretty box set. And then I have The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. And this is part of the, book 1 of the Kane Chronicles? Yep, book 1 in the Kane Chronicles. I look forward to reading this series. Next one I have is Lighthouse Land by Adrian McKenty. And this is book 1 of the Lighthouse trilogy. And it's really shiny, gorgeous cover. And the next one is 39 Clues, Storm Warning, which is book 9 in the series. I got this at Half Price Books, and when you get these new, they have cards in them, but when you get them used, all the cards are gone. So that's kind of sad, disappointing, but you know what? I can always go buy a card pack, so it doesn't really matter too much. And next, I have Artemis Fowl, The Opal Deception by Owen Colfer. And this is, I think, book 2 in the Artemis Fowl series. I think. I'm not too sure. But these books have gorgeous covers. And then next I have Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, and this is book 2 of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. And now I have books 2, 3, and 4. My mom has book 1, so I can start the series now. Next, I have books 3 and 4 in the Spy X series. That's Proof Positive and Tunnel Vision by Peter Larangis. These are like really fun little spy books. Next is the Prince of Persia Junior novel. I love the movie, so I got this. It has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. And then there's pictures from the movie in here. So that'll be fun to read. Next is Holes by Louis Satcher. The side's a little bit messed up there, but this is from a yard sale, so I can't really complain there. But yeah, I look forward to reading this because I love the movie. Next is book 2 in the Bartimaeus trilogy, The Golem's Eye by Jonathan Stroud. And then I have IQ by Roland Smith, book 1 in the Independence Hall series. It's like an action type series. Next I have The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman, and this completes my His Dark Materials trilogy. So next I have the first 2 books in another series, and that is the, I think it's just called the Door Within trilogy. Yep. And the first book is The Door Within, and the second one is The Rise of the Wormlord by Wayne Thomas Batson. The first book has purple or blue writing in it there, but the second book doesn't have color writing, it's just black. So I don't know why they did that, but oh well. Next up is Charlie St. Cloud by Ben Sherwood. I love the movie, so I look forward to reading this book. And then I have Gossip Girl by Cicely von Ziegesar. Yeah. I wasn't too sure about picking this up before, but I started watching the show, and I like the show, so I decided why not pick up the books. Next is The Midnighters by Scott Westerfeld. I think this is part of a series, but I'm not sure if this is the first book or not. So, if any of you guys know, please let me know in the comments. Next is Tiger Tiger, which is the first book in the Goblin Wars series by Kirsten Hamilton. I love this cover. And then next is Mockingbirds by Daisy Whitney. And this is kind of like a action series, I guess. But what really struck me about this book was the cover. I love this cover. Next is A Troubled Peace by L.M. Eliot, and this is a World War II historical fiction. This is the sequel to Under a War-Torn Sky, which I need to get, but this looks very, very good. Next is The Wizard Heir and the Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. Book 1 and Book 2 in the, I'm going to call them the Heir trilogy. I'm not too sure what it's called, but yeah. This completes my trilogy because I already have The Dragon Heir. And my brother said these books were amazing, so I look forward to reading them. Next is The Gatekeepers by Robert Leparoulo. This is book 3 in the Dreamhouse Kings series. I need to find book 2. This was only like $1 at half price, so I jumped at the chance to pick this up. Next is Birth of a Warrior by Michael Ford. And this is part of the Spartan Quest series. I'm not too sure why this dust jacket has been glued on to the book. Kind of makes me mad, but the book sounds amazing. So, yeah. Next is Fever Crumb by Philip Reeve, and this is like a steampunk novel. I think this is part of a series as well. I'm not too sure, but it looks really awesome. Next, we have Flawless and Twisted by Sarah Shepard. This is book 2, and this is a book I don't know in the Pretty Little Liars series. And the hardcover editions, when you open them up, they have a quote from A on the cover there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Try to zoom in there. It says, "The best secrets are the most twisted, A." So, I love this show, and I look forward to continue on in the series. Since I now have book 2, I can. I read book 1 already, and I love it. Next is some Cirque du Freak books, and that is book 5, Trials of Death, book 6, The Vampire Prince, book 10, Lake of Souls, and book 12, The Son of Destiny, and they're all by Darren Shan. Getting close here. This is the Silver Skin Legacy. This is actually book 2. It's Curse of Aristold by Joe Whitmore. This looks amazing. I need to find book 1. And the back cover is awesome as well with a sword. 3 more books here. Okay. The Flight of the Dragonkin by Susan Fletcher. This is part of the Dragon Chronicles. This is book 1. And then 2 more books here. Hope if I turn them the right way. Seventh Tower, The Fall by Garth Nix. I'm not sure if this is book 1 or not. Yes, it is. Yeah, this is part 1 in a series. The cover is super shiny. And then finally, Heroes of the Valley by Jonathan Stroud. And this is the author of the Bartimaeus trilogy. The cover is awesome looking. Okay, and that is it for part 3 of my massive haul. So until next time, bye.